Good morning. This is Cycle 1 of the ARRL Western Massachusetts Traffic Net. This net meets daily at 10 a.m. local time, 10:15 or so on Sunday, on the Nobark Mount Greylock K1FFK 146.91 repeater with a PL of 162.2. The purpose of this net is to handle any messages between cities and towns of western Massachusetts and provide liaison to the first region net that meets on 3948 kilohertz at 13:45 p.m. local time. This is a directed net. Please do not break the net unless you have emergency or priority traffic. Please do not leave the net without first informing the net control station whenever possible. Your net control station this morning is November 1 Alpha November Delta. My name is Doug, and I'm in Munson, Massachusetts. At this time, are there any stations holding emergency or priority traffic? Emergency or priority only? Please call now. Nothing heard. Net Control is now looking for our first region liaison station, Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Paul, please call and list any traffic.
K1FFK. This is Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie, AB1TC, Paul, and I'm running battery power. Good morning, Doug. At this time, there is no traffic for Western Mass from Region 1. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Paul. Net Control is now looking for any stations holding traffic or announcements for the net. Traffic or announcements only. Please call now.
Yo. Here be November 1, Quebec, Oscar, Victor, N1QOV will be in Pittsfield, running commercial power. Commercial power, I have no traffic for the nets. The usual announcements. After check-ins, please, Doug.
Okay, Captain. And KB1BWQ said good morning. I was just talking to him on a different frequency. Said he might try and get in, but he's only got 5 watts and he's mobile with AHT, so. Net Control is now looking for any stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net. Any station, anywhere, all are welcome and encouraged to participate. Any stations with or without traffic, please check in now. Kilo Alpha 1, Juliet Oscar, Uniform, and commercial power, no traffic. Good morning, Doug.
Here is November 1, Sierra Alpha Victor, N1SAV. Jeff in Pittsfield. No traffic, commercial power. Good morning, Doug. Morning to the net.
This is NWCI, commercial power, no traffic. This is Kilo Bravo 1, Yankee Echo Oscar, Mario, mobile, in Pittsfield. No traffic. Good morning, Doug, and good morning, Ned. Here is Kilo 2 Zulu Victor Lima, van, mobile. Here is
Whiskey Alpha 1, November, Tango, India. The name is John. The QTH is in Northampton, and we're running commercial.
All right, let me run down the line here. The net welcomes and says good morning to Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Good morning, Paul. N1QOV, good morning, Obi. KA1JOU, good morning, Ken. N1SAV, good morning, Jeff. N1XVI, good morning, Ramon. KB1YEO, good morning, Mario. K2ZVO, good morning, Dan. And WA1NTI, good morning, John. There was one other station who weren't quite making it. You want to try it again? Okay, nothing heard. It might have been Danny there. He said he might try it, but he doesn't have much luck from down in the Springfield area with 5 watts. Obi, go ahead with round 1, please.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Haven't mentioned this in a while anyway. Newcomers Roundtable, first and third Mondays of the month, 7:30. This repeater, all welcome. First Monday of the month, the races, net 7 p.m. This repeater. First Tuesday of the month, the Medical Reserve Corps Hospital net. I think that's still going on. I haven't checked in. 7 p.m. This repeater. Again, first Tuesday, Medical Reserve Corps Hospital type net. Western Mass Emergency Net, Sunday morning, starting at 8:30 local time. The HF net 3944. Moving over to the Novark VHF UHF repeaters, 2 meters at 9, 6 meters 9:30, 440, 9:45, and 2:20 at 10 a.m. Western Mass Emergency Nets, Sunday morning. Also, the first Monday at 6:45. What is it? The races net HF 3930, up or down depending on QRM, QRN. I guess, let me move along here. Rochester Flea Market, 6th June, Rochester Flea Market. That's already over with. Scratch that. Field day nets. I missed it last night. I was absent-minded. Field day nets, 7:30 Tuesday evening, 7:30 this repeater. A no bar field day get together nets. What else is going on here? If you want more information on field day, let's see here. Go to the ARRL website. There's a drop-down thing for locator maps. You can figure out where your local field day is on a Google map. Mount Tom Club meeting, June 19th at the Red Cross building, wherever that is, down that way. Sounds like an interesting speaker, Donna Helper, who's been involved in broadcasting and history of broadcasting and all that for quite some time. 220 is working again. The PL has been changed to 162.2 along with the other no bark repeaters. I guess they worked on the packet and the APRS system, so I guess that's working a lot better than it has been. Dan N1IVT is looking for some radio operators to help out on a 30-mile hike. 30-mile hike in the Savoy, Berkshire County area, June 20th. What do you got now? A couple radio operators to man some aid stations along the route. No effort involved. Talking to whatever, I guess a 9-1 repeater or whatever. I guess you can get a hold of Dan N1IVT on the Mount Tom repeater, or he probably has an email available, you know where. I mentioned the Rochester Hamfest. What else is going on there? Current the passes of the ISS. Next one's at 17:55. Was that 5 minutes till 6 p.m.? Then every hour and a half afterwards until what 22:46. So we got pass of the ISS this evening tonight. And ending round one, there's a hazardous weather thingy issued for Berkshire County or whatever. I haven't really looked at it, but anyway, it looks like sunny today. Currently, it's partly cloudy, 62 degrees. Wind out of the west at 13. Looks like regular summertime weather. End of round one, N1 QOV. Back tonight.
All right, Obi, thank you. 72 degrees and sunny and bright and beautiful downtown Munson. I gotta get out there today and enjoy that a little bit. Are there any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net? Please call now.
K1FFK. This is November 2, Juliet, November Tango, N2JNT, Jack in Brunswick, New York. Good morning, Doug. Good morning, Ned. Commercial power, negative traffic.
All right, recognizing N2JNT. Good morning to you, Jack. Thanks for checking in. What was something I was going to... Oh, I know what I was going to say. The Mount Tom meeting will be at the Red Cross building on Brookdale Street, off Cottage Street. Brand new building there. If anybody down this way wants to go to that meeting, going to have a very good speaker there, a woman who's been much involved with broadcast radio, amateur radio, and also in print and all kinds of things. So should be an interesting speaker. One more call. Any other stations wishing to check into the Western Mass Traffic Net? Nothing heard. Obi, go ahead.
Which reminds me, I was watching a live broadcast from a who was it, Whiskey 5 Kilo Uniform Bravo, I think, last night. But anyway, they mentioned a lot of people say you can't say 73s with an S. Apparently, Hiram Percy Maxim signed many of his things with 73s. So there. But anyway, today, somewhere in the world, abolition of slavery in French Guiana, Army Day in Jordan. I guess who the king of Jordan was an amateur radio operator. Cam-Os, not Camos, Cam-Os, whatever that is, in Macau in Portugal. Day of National Reconciliation in the Republic of Congo. Day to celebrate sovereignty over the Malvinas. In Argentina, I think Hawaii has more beef than Argentina, but anyway, National Day in Portugal. Here in the USA, National Iced Tea Day. Sounds like a good day for iced tea. National Ballpoint Pen Day. National Black Cow Day. Thanks for the picture. A WMEN, I hate black cow. National Herbs and Spices. It's herb. National Herbs and Spices Day. And I do have some growing in the down by the garden. Solar flux is at 137. A is 13. K is 3. This count is 110. 110. Flea market's coming up, 20 June, Newington, Connecticut. The usual one at MIT, Cambridge, Mass., which is always the third Sunday in April. Third Sunday, April through October. Okay. Berkshire Amateur Radio Club. The next meeting is June 27th at the Field Day site off Route 9 in Windsor, Mass. Again, if you look at ARRO website and click on locator map or whatever, you can find Nobark's field day site. June VHF contest coming up the 13th, 15th. When's that? This coming weekend? Let me look at it. Oh no, yeah, this weekend. VHF contest. Sigurd should be out there. This weekend, HF contest, a RIDI contest, a Asia Pacific sideband contest, Portugal Day contest, CW contest, another CW contest, something QRP shootout, a 6-meter thingy, 13th to the 15th, some June VHF contest, okay. And finally, there is a small blob of VHF, UHF openings in the northwest corner of Massachusetts, stretching up into New York and up into Canada. So there you go. End of announcements. Thanks for listening, N1 QOV.
All right, thank you, you crusty old pirate. And to anyone that's interested, the next NOBARK meeting will be at the Field Day site off Route 9 in Windsor on June 27th during Field Day at 5 p.m. if anybody's interested in that. And yes, 73, 73, 73rds, 73s, you hear it all different ways. Obviously, it was done with CW, with the code, and it was just 2 digits opposite one another. Da da did it da da. 7 3. But say it any way you like. No one will care. Okay, last call for any stations wishing to check into the Western Mass traffic net before I close. Please call now.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Delta Kilo Sierra, Jeff in Pittsfield, running battery power, have no traffic. Good morning, Doug. Good morning to the net.
Okay, welcome KC1DKS. Good morning, Jeff. Thank you for checking in. With that, this closes Cycle 1 of the ARRL Western Mass Traffic Net. I'd like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for the use of the Mount Grey Lock K1FFK 146.91 repeater. The time is now 10 hours and 18 minutes. I now return the repeater back to regular amateur radio use. Thank you to all the stations who checked in and those who stood by while the net was being conducted. Pretty good call up this morning, people. 11 stations. All appreciated. This is November 1, Alpha November Delta. Doug in Munson, signing clear. 7-3.
KC1 DKS N1SAV.